Super Dragon Ball Heroes on Super Bowl Sunday, episode 7 of the Ultra God Mission promotion dropped. It's called A Turbulent Super Space-Time Battle from Dark King Demigra's Demonic Grasp. This episode, of course, continues I guess you can call it the Dragon Ball equivalent of Secret Wars. Multiple timelines, multiple different characters from different time periods in Dragon Ball. There is no canon in Heroes because everything's canon. You understand? Everything that's ever happened in Dragon Ball is canon. And boy, did this episode really, really hammer that point home. Demigra has gotten to a point now where he is so powerful that he's showing off powers and abilities that other Dragon Ball characters, even some of the highest gods that we've seen in this series, can't touch. I'm serious. Demigra literally in this episode recreated the fabric of space-time. Think about what I just told you. That's something Jiren can't do. Hit can play with it, but, Beerus probably can't do that. Maybe Whis can with his staff, but this is a tippy-top tier god technique. Just imagine being so powerful that you can change the environment on a whim and move people throughout different planes of universe and time-space. That is insane. That is, if I were to ever power scale Heroes, that's at the tippy top. It has to be, especially as far as hacks go. And because of this remaking of time and space, new old enemies start to appear. We see Chilled. That's right, the same Chilled from the episode of Bardock Nahoishi manga, an anime, makes an appearance here. Frieza's, supposed ancestor. And that's not all. It's basically a big collage of old characters coming back, including older ones from previous stories of Dragon Ball Heroes, like the Demon Realm storyline. They have Dabura and the Demons. They have multiple Dragon Ball movie villains like Android 13 and Bojack and Slug. So basically, we're just seeing a bunch of people make their comeback. This arc has pretty much tried to fit everyone in. You know what I mean? Heroes already gets all that taken care of in the game, but the promo anime oftentimes just focuses on one story, Fuse story or whatever. But here, it's like they're actually doing the thing where it is like the Secret Wars. It is like a multiversal thing, and an idea that I really wish Dragon Ball Super's proper series would do, because it would print money. They would get content forever, but I can't control what Toei does. Or Toriyama. There is a freaking hilarious part of the montage where we see Super Baby, grade 8 Baby, and Hachiyak facing off against Jiren. Think about what I just told you. Hachiyak from the Dragon Ball Z Plan to Eradicate OVA, Super Baby or grade 8 Baby from GT, and then Jiren from Dragon Ball Super. That's what I'm saying, bro. Everything is canon. Gohan's boogers are canon. You understand? Everything. So not only did Demigra bring them back, but also supercharge them with demonic power. And it's only for the most evil beings. It's kind of implied that this is tippy top evil. You know what I mean? When it comes to the Dragon Ball universe, at least in Heroes. So then they have the big reveal. The camera pans up slowly, and it is indeed Super Perfect Cell, right? Super Perfect Cell, except now with the upgraded demonic power. And I like how they saved Cell for this epic reveal, because obviously Cell Max is still fresh on people's minds, and a lot of people wanted to see this version of Cell. I've seen a lot of the comments. They wanted to see the regular humanoid Cell, like Super Perfect Cell, but stronger, something like that. Well, Heroes is well, here you go. It might not be as good, but at least you got something. That's kind of the way I see it. And then as if Dragon Ball Heroes isn't all fan service, they have this collage of fan service characters reappearing. Not only villains, but also Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta, all the popular characters that have been all over Heroes. They just kind of blast them all on the screen. It was almost like a reminder to everyone, hey, we're going to give you a little bit of everything, because they really spent a lot of time here getting reactions from characters that are fan favorites, or that they think are fan favorites, just to kind of get them in there. Also, I gotta say, the fight in this episode actually felt like a fight. They gave us more than just 2 hits. And that's something that's rare because the fights in Heroes are usually bad because they're so like, nothing ever happens in them. Here we have Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta Limit Breaker versus Super Saiyan 4 Broly Demonic Upgrade. It's almost like a question from Ask FM that I would have got back in 2015. You know what I'm saying? Literally animated on screen. And the sound effects were good. And you know what? The animation was good. So either way, already halfway through, like this is a bigger, better episode of Heroes. And there's not a lot of great ones, but this one's probably close to the top because of the fact that while these episodes never do much, this did try its best to do a lot. And they surprisingly, thanks to good editing and direction, were able to fit a lot of content in there and not make it feel like it's fast. You know what I mean? Does that make sense? I hope it does. I'm telling you, yo, there is an awesome sequence in this episode where Broly fires a bunch of ki blasts, sort of like what happened in the movie where they splash out, and then Gogeta fires a ki blast back, and it's like they basically split, and they destroy all the other ki blasts coming in. Sort of like what they did in the movie, just, with Super Saiyan 4, and it's a little bit of a different technique. Either way, that type of stuff, yo, you rarely get that from Heroes. Like, this was one of the... For Dragon Ball Hero standards, listen, not Dragon Ball Z, GT, or Super standards. Per Hero standards, this is top tier. Then we have Demigra pretty much bullying and beating up Ios. So I guess now it seems like where they're going is that Demigra is going to be the lead villain of this arc, like the real final boss of this arc. Also, the beam struggle between Super Saiyan Blue Kaioken Goku times 20 Goku and Demigra was fine. It was, for Hero standards, pretty damn great. There have been some really bad episodes of Heroes, most of them as far as what they actually do. This one, stuff actually happened, and it was paced well for something that's under 10 minutes, you know what I mean? Demigra is pretty much shown to be the beast that he is. He powers up at the end of the episode, and it's kind of like a dark omen of things to come. The next episode title, according to what we've found out, is A Union That Transcends Space-Time, The Fist of Justice That Smashes Evil. That's a great title, I think. Just the name of it sounds cool, but the Fist of Justice might be referring to Toppo and Jiren, or Goku and Jiren if they want to team up, or whatever, or maybe just all the Pride Troopers working together. But it seems, just based on that, plus the whole space-time thing, you have Hit as well. So, he's the guy who's probably the most familiar with cracking space-time. So, we can speculate on that, for the next few weeks and see what happens. But ultimately, this was, for Hero standards, a pretty good episode. Seriously, a pretty good episode, yo. And hopefully the next one will be good too, but it's Heroes, man. It's like a 30%, like maybe 45%, 30%. 30% like good episode versus like 70% like nothing burger. You know what I mean? Anyways, I'm out. Take care.